Let me say it real quick. Now, do you all see how her hair is more defined on this side? Look like she got a little Jerry curl on this side. And on this side, it's more afro. It's the same head. This side is not done, and this side is done. Okay, but the difference is, let's say once I finish a wash and go style, normally what I do, I would sit them under a warm dryer, maybe 10 minutes. At home, you may not have a dryer to sit under. You can use a blow dryer and use a diffuser. Y'all been staring. Use a diffuser. I rate you too hard. You think it's just some trouble, but I ain't gonna talk about that today. But what you want to do, I'm open that for. But what you want to do is use a diffuser to remove a lot of the excess water from the hair, start the hair to drying, but you don't want to dry the hair completely out. And it's going to better lock the curl in place. Okay. Now, one of the things with a wash and go, you always need to do a wash and go on wet or dry hair.
Wet.
Wet. It's wash
And go.
You wash and go. Okay, and you can allow the air dry. And one of the great things about wash and go is the drier the hair gets, the more defined your curl is. So therefore, once you start doing it, you may be like, this don't look right. But just keep doing, and I guarantee you, by the time you finish and your hair dries, and what I always tell people to put a part on one of the sides, and that more so defines the shape of your end result. I guarantee you that you will have what you're looking for. Okay. Now, one of the things about doing a wash and go is these are your tools. Hands and fingers. These are your tools. You do not use a comb on natural hair. Okay, depending on what you're trying to do, depends if you need a comb, but normally you're not going to use a comb. Now, the product that I'm using on her is our Moisture Butter Cream, which is a shea butter based cream. Now, oftentimes we use a technique called lock, which is your leave-in conditioner, your oils, and your cream. Mm-hmm. I'm a little backwards. But the reason why I don't promote how to do what is because you really have to feel the hair to know exactly what needs to go on the hair. So you might need some cream, but in the order, you're supposed to put oil on it. Okay? But what I always start off with is my cream. I always start off with my cream, and whenever I'm doing natural hair, I never try to be cute. You got to get it in there. Okay? I always use my cream first. And I use my cream first because we need something that's going to actually stick to the hair. Okay? Oftentimes when you use the oil first, the oil just technically runs. And it's not actually sticking to nothing, and it's not actually defining any curls. So what I do first is I put my oil in it. And sometimes what you can do is mix your cream and your oil in your hand together. Make your cocktail, and you put it all over. Okay? I'm just going to run my hands through her hair. You really cannot use too much. If you're using so much that it's like you're squeezing it out of the hair, then you use too much. Okay? But what I want to do, you see how I'm already elongating her curl pattern. And I'm just pulling it through with my hands. That is basically all you're going to do whenever you're dealing with a washing curl is pull it through with your hands. You go in one direction, you come back in another direction, okay? Basically what you're trying to do is keep the hair detangled and separated so you can define the curls. And the product is going to technically define the curls on its own, okay? Because the purpose of natural hair is for us to look our unique selves. You know, we're not trying to look like something out of a magazine, I don't think. I mean, magazines are glamorous, but everybody's hair is different. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're just going to go through with our hands, separate the curl. Then I'm going to get my oil. The oil is the same. I'm not going to put a whole lot, but I'm not going to put a little dime size. And I'm going to do the same thing. Okay. This is all a wash and go is. It's nothing complicated. Now, one of the things with a wash and go is you always start in the back of your head. Okay? And you do need to section the hair. Okay? We're always going to start in your back sections and then unsection, go up a little bit. After you do that area, go up a little bit, go up a little bit, go up a little bit. Never just leave all your hair out and try to style your entire head at one time. What happens then, this is pretty, and this is balled up.
That's so true.
Did a light bill come over in the bag? Okay. Now, whenever I put the cream on first, the cream is water-based. Okay? The cream is water-based, so therefore it's going to open the cuticle layer of the hair and it's going to soften the hair up. Okay? Then you follow with your oil because now that the hair is pretty soft and the cuticles are open slightly, whenever you apply your oil to it, it's going to penetrate inside of the hair. Do it make sense, anybody? Okay? Once I have done that, lastly, and this is your choice, you close it up. Whatever your favorite oil is, where my MC at? Okay, well, I don't need to. I will give her a little shout out. I heard she has a cactus gel. Yes. So, any oil, you said chemical free? Absolutely. She has a cactus gel, but I'm using some cheap eco starches.
Hey,
You don't want to use a lot. What the purpose of the gel is going to do is seal the moisture inside of the hair. And let's go back on top. Okay? Now, the reason why I was saying I don't necessarily go through the lock technique and it's kind of ethnic basis and I kind of feel the hair is because when I start off with my cream, I'm going to work it through the hair until the hair feels like all the hair has product. Okay? You may see a white film on the hair. That's fine. Okay, as it dries, it's going to dry clear, and if you're using the right product like hair Cology, it's going to dry shiny.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, just work it through. It is nothing complicated to it. Now, whenever you have your wash and goes, the next day you may lay on it, and it may not look like this the next day. Okay, not to fear. Something in this bottle right here. What's this?
Water.
This re-energizes your wash and goes. This re-energizes the product that is inside of the hair. Just water. Okay? Spray it down with water. Put a little cream and oil cocktail on your hand. Because remember, you already have product on the hair. So you're not going to need as much product in the hair. So mix it with water. Do a cocktail of your moisturizing cream and your oil. Rub it through. And again. And one of the very important things that would keep your wash and goes styled and not to dry out and not to flatten, first, let's stay with the hair.
Yeah.
First, stop sleeping like y'all. Okay, you still got to sleep like this.
That's not going to happen.
Even though you're natural, I mean, I know, but you have to get your rest in, but think about it. Think about it. If you go to sleep like this, when you wake up, you can just hit the door. When you go to sleep like this, you got to wait a whole hour extra to redo this style. Second, sleep with a satin pillowcase or silk bonnet. Okay. That will force you to sleep pretty. Y'all know why? I don't know what kind you got. But let me tell you why that will force you to sleep pretty. You are sliding all over the place. And you don't have a choice but to keep your head in one spot and hold that pillow. Okay? Now, does this look more defined? Yes. Okay, it looks like I bought this from a store, doesn't it? And the more it dries, it may have a little shrinkage, but it's not going to be the same as shrinkage, period, of what it had inside of it before. Okay, it's not going to have the same shrinkage at all. Now, wash and go, you can do your cold washing every day, every other day. But at least every week to every week and a half, you need to go in with some shampoo. And we need to take all of this buildup out of the hair. And especially for you all who may have any kind of scalp issues, such as dandruff or psoriasis or seborrheic dermatitis, anything of that nature, you need to get all that dead skin off of your scalp. all that bacteria off your scalp, because the longer you go without shampooing your hair, the worse you'll cause those ailments to become. Okay? Any questions? Yes.
How you feel about co-washing?
Since you asked, if you're doing your washing up, it's fine. Because the thing is, every day I go back in and re-energize her wash and go, the better and better it's going to look, because we have a buildup of product. Okay? Unless you are doing your wash and go where you're doing it every other day, every day, no. If you're doing your Bantu knots, for instance, you're doing a Bantu knot on Monday. No, let's be realistic. You do your Bantu knots on Sunday night. You wear it to work Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you wear it untwisted. Saturday night, you go out and party and sweat. Sunday, you go to church and praise the Lord and sweat. That Sunday night, you need to shampoo. You don't need a cold wash. Because conditioner, and that's all, is technically cold wash, and conditioner does not remove dirt, bacteria, anything. Conditioner adds moisture and oils inside of the hair. And you have a build-up of product, especially the oil, because we all have a oily scalp to some degree. Okay, it's not just Caucasian that produce oil on their scalp. It's not Caucasian that only have oily scalps. We also have oily scalps. But what happens is we use products on our scalp that are synthetic, and we stop the sebation glands from working properly. Have I lost anybody?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Okay. We all have a gland in our scalps called a sebation gland, which produces sebum, which is a natural oil. We as African Americans were always taught to use hair grease on our scalps, which is Vaseline, which is synthetic, which our body does not register, and it rejects it. So it just sits there and it smothers it. It clogs the pores. It clogs everything. Therefore, we are robbing our scalp and our hair of moisture, protein, vitamins, everything. Okay, so therefore, when the sebation gland is producing sebum and it wants to secrete from the scalp to lubricate our scalp, we got it clogged up because we got all that Vaseline on our scalp. So eventually, that sebation gland is going to just stop what?
Working.
And that's how we end up with severe dry scalps. Okay? Yes.
Okay, I heard about the natural oil, but what if your scalp is dry? What do you put on to stop it from the itch?
Natural oil. Can y'all hear me? Oh, okay. Natural oil. Natural oil, as I said earlier, any form of natural oil, do not buy it raw from the store. Okay? But let me say something real quick. When it comes down to your natural oils to treat your scalp issues, you need to identify what your scalp issue is. And do I have any doctors or PAs or RNs in here? What you? Okay. You what? Okay. Anybody else? If I'm not mistaken, you are the only person in the room that is licensed to look at someone's scalp and identify what it is. Is that correct? Can you do this? Okay, well, nobody in the room. Okay, the only thing we can do is technically guess. Okay, and what I'm getting at is oftentimes that what's on that scalp that's causing it to itch or flake, it could be several different things. It may be dandruff, it may be product bacteria, it may be dead skin. Depending on what it is, depends on how you need to treat it. If it's dandruff, we don't treat dandruff with this. What's this?
Oil.
Natural oils. Okay, and there are two different types of oils. We have saturated fat oils, and we also have essential oils, such as your peppermint oils. Saturated fat oils, such as your coconut oils and your olive oil, sesame oils, they are not good to treat scalp issues because dandruff, for instance. Dandruff comes from a bacteria that our scalp produces naturally. Okay? The more oil that is fed to that bacteria, the more that bacteria grows. Our scalp naturally produces what? Oil. Okay? So therefore, to make a long story short, this is not how you treat dandruff if it's dandruff. If it's dryness, this is what you use to treat it. Okay? In order to the best identify which is which, if your scalp just itches really bad, you don't see any flakes on your scalp. It itches really bad, you do see flakes, but they're very small, like little sand-like things coming off your scalp. More than likely, that's dryness. You can use your natural oil such as this to treat dryness. If it's dandruff or a scalp issue, you're dealing with bigger flakes. You're dealing with something some people call cradle cap. They'll be attached to the scalp. Okay, something like that, we want to kill that bacteria, to make a long story short. You're going to use something like this. It's a blend of apple cider vinegar and tea tree oil and witch hazel. You spray it on the scalp prior to you shampooing the hair. Allow it to sit 10 minutes or even longer if you like. And then follow it with your shampoo. Okay, if it's just dryness, apply to your scalp, wet towel, processing cap, hot dryer. That's a hot oil treatment. Then shampoo. Dandruff, itchy, flaky scalp, scalp issues, thinning, whatever. Apple cider vinegar, tea tree oil, witch hazel. This blend here. Now, can you go into Food Line and buy apple cider vinegar from the mother and put it on your scalp?
Apparently not.
Yes, apparently, yeah. Because I said so. Okay? Because even though vinegar is a natural ingredient, it is a very high acidic ingredient. And you have to really know what you're doing. Okay, just because it's natural don't mean you need to, we can go overboard with natural things. It's such thing as if you're on a certain types of medication, you need to stay away from grapefruit. See, going too organic can basically have bad consequences if you're not doing it correctly. Okay, is my time up?
Yep.
Really?
How much time I got?
20 minutes.
I got 10 minutes. I got 5 minutes.
20.
10 minutes. Okay, I got 10 minutes. For y'all to see my country pretty face. Any questions? Now y'all ain't got to talk. Now y'all want to talk. Okay. Let me ask.